Hello and welcome to the final ever episode of Exploring the Alphabet. Can I get a oh? Aww. Thank you very much. Now we are at Stansted Airport. We're finishing off where we started. You care about the travelling, where we're going for our last trip. So let's get to the airport and you can find out. We have landed in Zagreb. On the way here, my seat was meant to be letter E, so it's in the middle. And I was thinking, oh God, I'm in between two people. Anyway, I wouldn't have been able to sleep anyway, to be honest with you, because it was 5 p.m. in the afternoon and I'd have been between two people. But then it all took a turn in my favour because as I was walking up to my seat, there was a cowboy sat in the seat next to me, and I thought, oh, hi, cowboy. And he had a broken leg. So when me and the cowboy was sat down together hand in hand, the man who was at the window seat, when he turned up, the air stewardess said, oh, to give the guy with the broken leg, Woody, the cowboy, a bit more leg room, why don't you sit across the rows because there's some space there. So then it was just me and Woody. So Joel shifted over, so there was a seat between me and Woody. And then the air stewardess came over again and said to him, oh, actually, Woody, there's a seat at the front. So do you want that extra leg room? Woody, obliged, went to the front. I had the full row to myself. How about that? Now, it would have been perfect, but there was a lady behind me and she had one heck of a gob. She was very loud. And when I mean loud, I mean louder than me. But she was really nice. So if she ever sees this, I ain't been mean. But the reason I'm talking about this is because she was so loud and like I kept laughing. And she was quite common as well, and sounded like me. And then somebody asked her where she was from, and she said she was from Hull. And I thought, that explains everything. Anyway, Zagreb in Croatia is a city that is known for its high quality of living, museums, sports and entertainment. So let's have a bit of that high quality of living, even if it is just for a day and a half. First stop, our accommodation. Here's our Uber. Here it is. Hello, my friend. Sorry about that. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
I didn't know there was an upstairs, a second level.
Yeah, you must going
I was
here because the different roads.
I understand. No, that's fine. Well, I found you in the end. Fine and mighty. How's your day been? Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells fabulous in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where? Here in car.
Yeah, in the car. It smells amazing. Yeah, beautiful scent. It must be the air freshener.
Yeah.
What air freshener is that? Is it a
Mixed fruit.
Oh, very.
Fruit.
Yeah, very nice.
Peach and apple and.
I must say I am partial to being a tiny bit fruity every now and again, you know.
Yeah. We're going to hotel now.
Yes, just to my accommodation. Yes, it's an
Hilton.
no, it's an Airbnb. Airbnb. I wish I was at the Hilton. Yes, but that's out of my budget, you know. But yes, looking forward to getting there. When I landed, I messaged Carrie, and I said, "Wow, Croatia looks immaculate. Croatia looks so clean. Like it just looks so high class in my airport." Problem being, when I left the airport, I got in my Uber, as you heard, and my Uber brought me to my accommodation. Now, it seems as though I've maybe put the wrong address in, because what I'm looking at, these tower block kind of things and bins and stuff, doesn't really look like what I booked on the pictures. I think he might have dropped me off at the slums instead. Anyway, I'm going to try and find my way in. I've got a massive long list of instructions. I'm on the 7th floor of building 226. My key's under the mat, and basically I've got to crack the code as I always do. So let's get on with it, guys. The slums, we really love the slums. I really. Do you know what? Last episode as well, I should have said to Carrie, let me go all out on this one and stay in the Grand Palace. But yes, we're beginning. We're finishing as we started. We're staying humble. Can we also just appreciate how far I have come on this journey? Like, if I'd have rocked up here on my first trip, I'd have been like all frightened and timid. Like, now, I literally have no fear. Apart from the fact I had an intrusive thought thinking, what if that car in the passenger seat, the man had a weapon and shot me down? So there is a bit of fear in there, I guess. Or maybe I've just been watching too much Love Hate on ITV. Anyway, I think, well, this is our building, so it ain't that bad. This place, my friends, is why you should never judge a book by its cover. It is absolutely beautiful. Who would have thought it? So it is 20 to 11 now. I'm feeling... Oh, sorry, sometimes when there's a bit of space around me, I can make like use of it. I like to take advantage. But yeah, tonight obviously we're gonna go straight to bed. Don't know why I keep doing this, but we're gonna go straight to bed, get up early tomorrow, and then hit the day hard and have a full day in Zagreb, Croatia. In other news, my new piercing is going really gammy and crusty and looks like it's embedded in my ear. I have tried removing it, but I can't get it out. It's cemented in. So I have spoken to my wife, who used to be a doctor, and she said to me that I should wipe it with hot, salty water to sterilise it. Now, I've just been in the kitchen and I can't find any like table salt, but I did discover something. So let me take you to it before bed. So in the kitchen, I found this tub of rocks with the cutest, tiniest little cheese grater next to it. And I was thinking, is that salt? So what I did was, I just took one of these out and licked it. And it is so salty. So sorry, I had a second wind. So I'm guessing I grate these rocks and make salt. How good is that? It must be like fresh, organic crystal salts. So that's what we're gonna do. It actually works and makes salt. What the hell? I've never even known that this was a thing. Bit time consuming though, it's easy to just buy some salt to sip out in it. They said on the rules you've got to be quiet in the house after 10 PM, so there must be early birds. Early birds? God knows, you know what I mean. Imagine they come out the room and then walk in this kitchen door and this stranger from England's just at the table like this. I've got a mini pal, so I'm just going to add kettle water to it and then find something to dab it with. I'll find someone's old pair of socks or something. Right, I've just cleaned it, so it's looking a tiny bit better now. It's still looking a bit gross, but anyway, what's done is done. The main thing I'm showing you, well, I want to say good night first of all, but I want to say it in style because I've just spotted something really cool about my chair. What? Good night. That's weird, Joe. That was weird. That was weird. That would only not be weird if Carrie was sat here. A man can dream. Good night, everybody. See you in the morning. Good morning. That was so awkward. Do you know what? Considering my pillow is like, that's all I got. I had a fantastic sleep in this bed. And I've woken up to beds, tweeting. The sun is shining, beaming through at me. So all we need to do now, get a shower, iron our clothes, and then step outside. Can I just say, anyone who's been watching this series from the beginning will be really impressed at this. But because I knew it was going to be hot, I brought Crocs and I managed to get them both here. I'm feeling myself in this. I'm feeling it. Hey, look, I didn't even realise, but I've got a balcony here. Oh, she walks into a chair. Oh, walks into another chair. I've got a balcony here. Didn't even realise this last night. Look at that. I am happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Let's go out, oh, let's go out now. Let's go out now. Let's go out now. Some breakfast and we're literally about a minute away, and then I heard a big noisy racket. Everyone's gathering on the street and it looks like in the background something is going on, so let's watch them come by. The wind's blowing my way and someone's giving me a massive draft of beer, but there's that many of them I have no idea. We can't pinpoint who it is. Can I get in there? Am I allowed in? I think I am. Only problem is breakfast is a sharp left here, so I'm having to take a detour out of it. But it's crazy. Look at that. What a start to the morning. But if I get down here, guys, just trying to get an healthy brekkie. It's starting to go mental. I wonder what it even is. God knows. Starting the day at Roots Juice Bar. I've ordered a fruit juice. We're gonna knock the fruit juice down, then we'll go visit a few places before having some din-dins to give us our energy we need. As you know, if you've watched this series the whole way through, we've never really been a big lover of museums. There has been like a certain few places where museums have been really good and unique, and this is one of them. We're literally calling this I was going to call it the morning of the museum, although it is like 11, so we're going to run into the afternoon. But there is some amazing museums, so once we've had our juice, that is where we're going to our first one. We went for apple, mango, and dog poop by the taste of it. Anyway, the woman brought me in and said, just to let you know, the straw is edible. I was looking at it thinking, God, don't fancy eating one of them. And I said, what's it made of? She said, oh, it's just made of dried rice. So, I think I've just broke a filling. So I think on this planet, you can class everything as edible if you want to stick it down your gob. It doesn't necessarily mean it should be ate. Dried rice straws should not be ate. So if you come in here and crunch in these, you probably have no teeth left. The drink, however, is gorgeous. This should fill us up for a bit, and then we're on our way. But before the museum, let's start off with a couple of facts like we always do. So Zagreb is the owner of the vehicle that is the shortest public transport in the world, and it is up here. Its route time is literally 60 seconds. So I'm not sure if it just goes from the top of that hill down to the bottom on what is the point of it. I have no idea. If it is in service, we will get on it, but I don't think it is at the minute. Another fun fact is Zagreb, the street lighting is not electric. They have still remained to light their street lamps by gas, and they have a team that lights them every night and a team that extinguishes them. Extinguishes them every single morning. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, onto the museum. A lot of steps. Do you mind if I get on your back?
Yes, I would mind. Would you mind if I get on your back?
Not a problem.
Have a good one, my
You
friend.
too, mate. So to get to the museum that we're going to, you had to walk all the way up some steps right alongside the vehicle that we spoke about. When you get to the top, look at this. The man who I asked to get on his back, he was from Los Angeles. I said to him, do you mind if I fly back to Los Angeles with you rather than England? He basically said yes, thought I was joking. I actually wasn't kidding. I would happily go there. He had great teeth. Have it'll say the same about me. We're outside the Museum of Broken Relationships. Now, before we go on to that, this here is St. Mark's Church, if anyone's interested in that. Won't actually going to go see that because obviously it's a church, but you can see it in the distance. I do like its funky roof though, don't you? It's funky roof. Anyway, the Museum of Broken Relationships is basically, well, what it says in its name, but it's got all different stories of people's relationships that have broke down, and people have donated items to match up with their stories and stuff. So I thought it'd be really interesting to go in there to have a look. Plus there is another relationship that is about to break down. It's a relationship on the internet, because obviously this is the last explorer in the alphabet, so it means we're kind of going separate ways on this adventure. So I thought the fact that this museum was here was complete fate. Really cool. So there's little items, and then there's little notes on here explaining what they're all about. Now I've read a couple. There's a post-it note, a pair of boots, and then there's a broken house here because there was a couple that was dreaming to paint the house in a certain way, and then they decided to split up. It doesn't say why, which has annoyed me. But one thing which is weird, there's a note here, and I swear it's about Carrie. The note reads, There's the note, and it reads, I met a girl by mistake. She climbed inside of my head, rearranged all of my furniture, and then she just sat there with all her things. She haunts my mind. And then it goes into poetry and stuff, so that's obviously not about Carrie. But me and Carrie didn't meet on, well, we did meet on purpose, but it wasn't meant to go the way it obviously did. I'm glad it did, obviously. But, and she rearranged our house about 80 times. In fact, she's still doing it every week. What was that big explosion? And I'm glad I'm undercover. Sounds like something's going on out there. This one's a bit weird. After a hard breakup, Alexander started collecting articles of clothing from lovers of one-night stands. So a man used to just go around having one-night stands, collecting bits of the clothes, probably without them knowing, and then making little bears out of them. I think that's a bit creepy. And that man's been in here to donate them and tell the story. He doesn't have a care in the world. Can someone do me a quick favour? Check Carrie's socials and just see if she's got any travel vlogs knocking around anywhere that I don't know about, because she has definitely been here. And I now know she has 1 billion% been here. One woman was in love with a biker, and she was that in love with him when he fell off his bike and hurt his knee. She used to save his scabs, pick them off in a sleep. Apparently, the stories are getting more juicy every time, every room that we go further into. So look at this little statue. Listen to this. This is so bad. This was from 1988, so it's an old story. In the summer of 1988, I met my lover in Amsterdam. He was on his travels from Peru and discovering Europe by train. Not long after, we bumped into each other in a disco. He came home with me and stayed for 2 months, but suddenly he was gone. I found a goodbye note and this little statue, which he had specifically bought from Peru in the hope of meeting you, love. What he didn't know was when I once opened his bag, I found a full plastic bag of these. I never saw him again. Some creepy people around, didn't they? Very creepy people. I've just had to come out of sight of everybody because there was a story called My Soldier, and I read it on the wall. And halfway through it, my eyes just start. I got the twinge in my eye where I started filling up because it was so sad. And there was a little chair where you could sit and listen to the story and watch the woman and the man on the screen. And I was thinking, I could never sit there. People was just sat there bold as brass watching it. I was thinking, how people have been like this. I'd end up needing CPR. I don't even know the ending of the story because my body couldn't take it. I just did a power walk out of there. And leave with a tender heart, I really did. God, that is like, I literally spam text Carrie, like telling her like how much I miss her and love her and don't want to lose her. I could cry again now. Oh, I didn't expect it to be like so. Obviously, in the video, I picked out like the funny stories and stuff. I didn't show too much about the wholesome stories. There was so many stories that was just like heartbreaking or just like sad. Like it was people who relationships broke down in illness, war, and so many other things. But I just love like being in love. I just love loving my friends, loving my family. I just love everything. I love this concrete post and God, no one else was crying in there though, so I must just be sensitive. So this is Dolak Market, which is basically a huge market of flowers. Nothing too interesting to see, but what we're going to do might be slightly interesting because I'm going to buy a bunch of flowers because I'm feeling all loving and soft. I'm going to buy a bunch of flowers and then we're going to find an old person, man or woman, who maybe have had a broken relationship because the loved one might not be with them, or even if they are, who cares? We're going to try and make the day, if they'll take them off me. Looks like I've got fish and chips done it, but I hadn't. I've got our flowers. So now we need to find our person. I'm going to pick somebody with a kind face. Kind faces tell good stories. Don't know what that quote was all about. I was trying to think of something a bit better than that, I think. Right, come on then, old ladies. Where are you all? They'll probably think that I'm selling them, won't they? And be like, no. So I'm trying to pick people who look local and aren't travelling, because obviously if someone came up to me with these, as nice as it is, I couldn't be asked carrying them. I think I might have spotted one. I think I've spotted a lady. Excuse me? For you? No, never mind. Bitch. You might be nice. Excuse me? For you? No, they think I'm selling it. I'm not selling it. Why don't we approach the flower place again? Because I bet there's people who are looking at flowers maybe. I've spotted someone. She won't reject me, this one. She's got a bag, she can put these in a bag. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. For you. For you. Because you've got a kind face. No problem. Have a great day. Such a beautiful thing happened. That's what it's all about. See, we've completed it. I love it. We've completed it. Such a sorry, see how chuffed I got. Such a beautiful thing happened. See? That bunch of flowers cost me €2. God, I could probably just get addicted to doing that. I could get addicted to doing that and just keep buying them, but then I'll lose all my budget. Oh, she's put them in a bag and she's smiling. Oh, I'm gonna well up again. I'm gonna have to end the camera. Oh God, I'm loving it here. Hello everyone, hi. Oh no, I just realised I think the woman next to her was a friend. So now I've got anxiety because I'm thinking in my head, she's thinking, well, what was wrong with my first then? I've dropped the ball. Anyway, can't please everybody. I'm out of the area now. Can't please everyone. God, I feel guilty now. My happy feelings some went. Come to Oberock Bar, which looks beautiful. I can't believe how empty it is. All the other ones next door and stuff are full, so I don't know what the problem with this is. You better believe that I'm sat in the shade because it is absolutely sweltering. But I've found what I'm going to have, so we're going to tuck into this and then keep things rolling. I'm loving today. Hi. Yeah. The grilled chicken fillet. Okay. Does that come with anything? No. No. So could I have the grilled chicken fillet with? Could I have it with the vegetables, please? Vegetables. Okay. Is that okay? And to drink? Do you do like fresh orange juice? Okay. Perfect. Thank you. I was expecting for roasted veg like carrots, broccoli, like asparagus, and instead I've got the only thing I like is the mushrooms. I don't like peppers, I don't like avocado, but then again I've not tried avocado, so I'm going to try it. Let's see how much I can eat. I hate salad. Happy to draw a line under the food. It wasn't as nice as it looks. I surprised myself though because I ate the avocado or most of it because it was quite alright. It wasn't nice. I wouldn't like go out my way to cook it, but I managed to eat it, and I am stuffed as well, which is the main thing. The orange juice was freshly squeezed, so that was the best thing about it. But anyway, keep on moving, Jolie. Okay.
In the end, you're coming down there to 2 more rooms where you wake up the next morning, regretting the life decisions, hangover, headache, the whole package. And last room is an educational, which we call I'll Never Drink Again.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
Is there a bed in the morning room so I can have a lay down?
Unfortunately, it's on the walls.
Oh, is it?
Tend to lay down.
Thank you, cheers.
Enjoy.
I'm going to have 6 darts at hitting bullseye. Just so you know, I hit it 6 times on the bounce. This is another museum as well where it is basically people's stories that are associated with being drunk or having a hangover. So they're all true stories that you like read on the wall. And this museum, the Hangover Museum, is the only one in the world. Good lord. If that's my drunk face, then there's no reason I never managed to pull on my nights out when my mates did. So there's tons of different things what people have found on nights out, like someone came home with a door handle, someone came home with a bumper from a car. There's loads, but none of them are as good as mine. I once found a baby on the way home from my night out. I might tell her on front desk and say, "Can I have a piece on your wall?" Hey guys. Why do I look a tiny bit like Eminem? Or when I'm gone, just carry on, don't mourn, rejoice. Every time you hear the sound of my voice, just know that I'm looking down and you're smiling, and I can feel no pain. So baby, don't feel no pain, just smile back. Or when I'm keep having this dream, I'm pushing Haley on the swing, she keeps screaming, she don't want me to sing. You make your mommy cry. Why is mommy crying? Baby daddy ain't leaving no more, daddy you're lying. You always say that, you always say this is the last time, but you ain't leaving no more, daddy you're lying. Piling boxes in front of the door, trying to block it. Daddy please, daddy don't leave, daddy no stop it. These are drunk goggles and I'm meant to walk across this bridge, but I won't even be able to find my way there. In my party days, when I was slightly younger and I used to go out quite a lot, I was on a night out in a pub called Crown Pub, and rather than leaving at closing time, I must have laid behind a couch where the curtain is, and the next morning I woke up to the cleaner tapping me on the leg because the pub had been locked. I'd been locked in behind this sofa and curtain, and obviously she got a bit of a fright when she looked behind the curtain to do a bit of cleaning, and I'm laid there curled up in a ball. She did boot me out in the cold then at about 6 a.m. and I made my way home, which luckily wasn't too far. I found a drunk driving simulator as well, so we're gonna have a go drunk driving. I can't get it to start. Stuff it. I don't want to drink drive anyway to leave it. Right, and that is it. Over and out at the Hangover Museum. Oh, it's nice to be back in the sunshine. Oh, spinning down the street. Feeling really neat. My friends over there, and I don't even care. I'm ignoring them today. This place is one weird place. You just walk right by buildings. There's just wild parties going on in the buildings. Look, and you just keep walking by, and the silence dips. That man was following me back up that way, and I turned round and came the different way. And now he is. Look, and now he's looking back at me. Interesting. Now I'm following you. What are you going to do about it then? Where are you going to go now I'm following you? There we go. Party time. Ah, shit you not. I just looked across the road. The man's slowing down now, and he was staring at me and he smiled and he did this to me. So I don't know if he thinks like I don't know if he's coming on to me. Can't blame him, can you? But I'm nervous, but he's slowing his walk so far down, it's almost as if he wants me to pass. Now he's crossing the road my way. Oh God, he's changed his mind now. He's seen that I'm crossing this way and now he's going forward. It's all getting a bit sketchy this for me. I can take him. It's not scary, man. I can take him. He's a creepy man. He's over there in the baseball cap if you can see him. So if I go missing and anyone finds my phone, that's the man who's got me. Decided I'm going to outpace him now. I've all of a sudden just accelerated the legs and now I'm pushing through. He'll be in the distance in no time, this sucker. Oh no, he's crossing onto the road now. Wait. Oh no. He started going onto the road and then came back on the path. I'm getting a bit creeped now. I'm going to have to smack him, but then if I smack him and he's innocent, then what do I do about that? I'll be in jail. There he is. I've lost him. I stepped down an alley, took a quick right, waited for him to pass, then came into a bank. I'm all clear. Next we arrive at the Mandusevac fountain. It is the most famous fountain in Croatia. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for this to blow your mind? Wow! Wow! It does have quite a cool story behind it though. So, the Mandusevac fountain has been around since ancient times, which I think is really cool. So like hundreds of years ago, that was still there, but there've just been horse and carts around here. And once a lady drank a glass of water out of the fountain and it made her fall in love with the city. So apparently if you drink that water, you will fall in love with Zagreb. Now, I was thinking, do I have a sip of it? Do I have a sip? And then I saw all the kids around it sticking their hands and the plates of meat in it. One person's literally been washing the feet in there. And if that didn't put me off enough, then a lady strolls up with a dirty dog. And the dirty dog gets its paws washed in the water. So I've decided to pass. I think I can find a way to love Zagreb without drinking the water. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, I had a close-up. There's a load of bod shit stuck to the bottom of it as well. So not the most hygienic of things, but it is... I was going to say it is beautiful. It's like my paddling pool at home. A hen party just came up to Joel and I saw them and they had one of them... Do you know one of them cringy sheets that hen parties do where they go around asking people questions? I suppose it's good fun if they're enjoying themselves. But as soon as I saw them, I put my head down and went on my phone because I was thinking, oh my God, please don't approach me. And they came and they said, one question please. How do you get to Zagreb? That must have been one of the questions. Hilarious, I know. So I thought, well, I'm just going to say, like, you're in Zagreb because it's boring. So I told them that basically they need to get a flight. It'll take them to France. When you get to France, you need to go on a tube straight to Paris. There's an underground tunnel where you've got to crawl through on your hands and knees, and then you'll end up at a farm. If you go to the horse pen, just basically feed the horse a carrot, but then you'll come to the pig pen. You've got to paddle through some shit, and then basically you're in Zagreb. How about that? And then there was all just stood around. I didn't go to that extent, but I kind of went and said it's something similar to that. And there was all just stood around me like, And then I was put under pressure. because she had a box of treats, and in the box of treats, she said like I can take one of the things. So I got some chocolate eggs anyway. But then there was a gobby cow in the group. She said you need to pay so she can fund her wedding. So I scooped my hand in my bag, got a load of spare change in there from all the other countries I'd visit, and just stuck that in there. But on a happier note, I actually got a bag of lint eggs, so it's paid off. I stumbled across a shopping mall where people apparently just ride bikes everywhere. I went in the shopping centre because rather than going to a restaurant, I thought I'll get myself my own meal, and back at the room I'll rustle something up. Then the plan was to come back out and watch the boxing in a bar, because when I'm filming this is the night of Fury and Usyk. However, every single sports bar I've popped my head into today and asked are not showing it. They don't even know what the fight is. So there's nowhere showing it in Croatia. I rang one place, they texted me back saying no streams show it in Croatia. So maybe it's just not a boxing loving country, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to watch it on my phone back at the room. Anyway, yeah, I'm waiting for my Uber. I'll see you there. Hey, would you look at this? Ooh, that's one way to make a mess. Oh, I think my hob's a bit too hot, I don't know. No idea how to turn it down, it's a nightmare, this thing. Nothing even works. All the things are sticking to the bottom of the bloody pan. Cooking with a view tonight anyway. Look at that. Nice out there, innit? Sun's going down. Some new guests turned up as well, but when I got back here, before they turned up, their key was in the door, so I knew no one was in there. And then obviously left one for the guests tonight that have actually come, because they left my key in the door. So while the key was in the door and the room was empty, I thought, do you know what, I'll have a little look at your room. And I had a nosy, it was not up to much. I was gonna come, when I was cooking, I was gonna show you in there and stuff, because the cheeky sods, when I went in there, on their pillows, on both pillows, they had sweets and stuff waiting for them. Where was my sweets? Cheeky gits. I was gonna take them, but then I thought that is a bit too far. They might have paid for a premium package or something, and added €5 on for a couple of marwams. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this, and then I've paid for boxing, but then Carrie's put it on the telly at home, so it's kicked me off my phone. So now I'm watching boxing through a FaceTime. So after I've got that down me, I'll be ringing my wife, which means it's time for you guys to go, unfortunately. See you in the morning. Well, that was a turnout for the books. I might have fell asleep during the prelim fights of the boxing. And I was on a video call with Carrie, and so I don't have a clue what happened really. But all I know is I woke up at 3 AM here. The lights was on. It was like one of them wake-ups, do you know, where you know you've slept in for work and you're like, shit. It was like one of them, and I was like, shit, what time is it? The call had ended on my phone. The lights was still on. The lights is still on, to be honest. I've definitely got my money's worth at this place, because the electrics, these lights have been on for about 14 hours, I think. Anyway, I've just watched the boxing, but now I've watched the fight and got up. It's 5 AM. And obviously, I haven't tried getting back to sleep, but I am like wide awake. And all I can hear the birds tweeting. Listen to it out here. Absolutely beautiful. I have no idea how it's this light at 5 AM in the morning, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning. I was hoping to see the sun come up, but the sun is right around the corner, because I can see it reflecting on a building over there, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. But yeah, good morning everyone. I am going to have a lay back down, see if I can bob off for a couple of hours, but I highly doubt it. But that's good news, because I guess we can get out a tiny bit earlier and see a tiny bit more of Zagreb. I know I said that I was going to have a lay down for a couple of hours, but I kind of got my wires crossed. My flight doesn't leave at 4, it lands in England at 4, meaning we leave here at 2:30, meaning we've got to be at the airport for 12. So what we're going to do instead is get showered straight away at 7 in the morning, get packed, get out of here and see what else this city has to offer. Before we head out, welcome to breakfast in Zagreb. I've got my honey hoops. The only thing is the bowls are a bit mini, but I've got my favourite milk. So we're going to have a couple of bowls of cereal to set us on our way, and a strawberry yog. Now, in Zagreb, I've realised there is not tons of like standout things to do. There's plenty of church cathedrals, and then there's tons of museums. Obviously, we saw my favourite out of the museums yesterday. There is also a cannabis and mushroom museum, which were unfortunately closed today, and they closed early last night as well. So we're not going to see them, but it's not too much of a bad thing, because with the flight saga, we wouldn't have had mushroom to fit it in anyway. Do you know, because there's a mushroom museum. As much as I have adored this series, like I've literally loved it, it's gone so fast, like literally got through it so fast. It's just been a bit of a blur. But the fact that I can say I've been to all these different countries and have all these stories and I've done all these amazing things is just like incredible. It's something that I'm gonna 100% like remember forever. And I really do appreciate everyone who has stayed with me every step of the way and experienced it with me, so thank you so much. On the flip side of it, I really do miss my family when I'm away, even though it's just a couple of days. And I am also excited to have this wrapped up, move on to another series, something different, and not have to kind of leave home for it, if that makes sense. But so yeah, it's like I'm sad it's ending, but happy at the same time. Exploring the alphabet is nearly out, guys. Behind me we have Tkalciceva, which is the most famous street in Zagreb, and it is by far the most beautiful. I don't know why I have a go at pronouncing the names of the streets, because if anyone watches these vlogs and thinks, oh, I'm gonna visit that city and use this vlog as a guide of where to go, they're all pronounced completely different to what I say, so you'll never be able to find anywhere that I document anyway. But I've just taken a walk right through it. It is stunning. So now it's your turn to have a look. It starts with like a string of bars, and as I've walked by these bars, all of them have big screens and sport on the TV, so you're not telling me one of these didn't have the boxing last night. We've got Aladdin's Cave, we've got the Oliver Twist Spa, we've got Raki Bar. Do you know what I mean? It's got a bit of everything going on. And no, it is, like you can see just from the start, it is a beautiful street. There is, however, a bin that is definitely lowering the tone. Once you do get past the bars though, you come to a load of food and restaurant places. So we've got Black Piggy here, we've got Pivnica, Malimido, and even some accommodation, one man staying up there. I don't know what it is about this place and curry, but the curry bowl is open at 9 AM in the morning, and a lady who was staying at the same accommodation as me was eating a curry this morning as I was leaving, because it stunk of it. So it must be, I don't know if it, well, I haven't heard of anything, but is it a thing here where you just eat chicken kormas in the morning? This does have like such a holiday vibe to it though, just strolling down here in my Crocs. It's literally, just feels like I'm abroad on a holiday. Well, I am, I'm kind of. It's weird though how this is set out, because you go from bars to food and then go to like dessert places, and they're all like situated in the same kind of groups. So it must be a thing where you go get drunk, go get food, go get dessert, and then you come to the end of the road, which is where I'm at now. So it's perfectly planned out as well. I don't know if it's a fluke or what, but yeah, that is the most famous, most beautiful street in Zagreb. And here's the most beautiful woman in Zagreb. Is it? Oh, it's a man. Is it? Oh no, it's got boobs. No, it's definitely a woman. Had a manly face though. As the Croatians say, cheers, me love. Tastes like ass. That face would be a good tattoo, that. Actually would, even with the colour. Nothing beats coffee in the morning, does it? As the Croatians say, love coffee, duck. Next we're going to Lotrscak. Next we're going to Lotrscak. Next we're going to Lotrscak. Next we're going to Lotrs. Next we're going to Next we're going to Lotrscak Tower. Next we're going to Lotrscak Tower. And on the way here, it's just brought us down this like alleyway. I think I might have walked on this yesterday, but I think it was a lot more busy, so I didn't really pay much attention. But look at it, and here is one of the gas lamps that they must light up that I spoke about yesterday. Although it is absolutely brimmed with cobwebs, so I'm not too sure if they're still lighting this one up. Because if they are, surely you'd think they'd dust that bad boy down. Oh, there's another one here though. Does this one have dust? Yep, and bod shit. Here behind me is the tower. Now you might be thinking, why are you showing me this tower? It just looks like a normal building. But if you look closely enough, in the top window of the tower, there's a cannon pointing out of it. And every single day at dinner time, the cannon goes off, basically, and it makes a massive loud sound. That's what, when I was in that broken relationship museum yesterday and there was a massive boom, that's what it was. It'll be in that, won't it? Because it was around dinner time. Anyway, in Zagreb, they call it the boom at noon. There is an old tale about the cannon. So they have been firing the cannon for 150 years. But apparently, when the cannon was first installed, they had it loaded with a cannonball by accident and it shot out. And where all the buildings are behind me now used to be a river. And apparently the cannonball sailed across the river, reached the other side of land, bounced off the land and hit a chicken and killed it. But it does say legend says, and usually when it says legend says, it's usually like a mythical story, so I won't like hold on to that one. I've just had a date on the bench with this guy here. So when I was recording outside of the tower, he was watching me, like proper just stood watching me. And then I sat down on that bench, and then out of nowhere I was sat on my phone and he came and sat near me and said, "What's happening, my man? Are you a YouTuber?" And I was like, oh God, that makes me cringe. So I was just like, yeah, oh yeah, man. Anyway, he sat down with me. And he was real nice, bless him, a bit dodgy. When he sat down, I thought he was going to be one of them people who was going to try selling me a bracelet or something like that. But anyway, he sits down with me. And he said, "Tell me where you're from, blah, blah, blah. Tell me about England, blah, blah, blah." And then I started asking him stuff, why, like how long you're here until like I have to go. Then I said, like, "Do you know people here?" "I come see a couple of people, yes." What else did I say to him? I was basically questioning it, and he wasn't giving any straight answers, which was real weird. Then he was asking about my like, do I do this as a job? And then I said, what do you do for work? And he said, yeah, so basically I just go everywhere. And I was thinking, this is sounding so dodgy. Like, and then I swear on my kid's life, he just turns to me and says, "So tell me about the cocaine in England." And I'm like, is this an undercover cop or something trying to bang me up? So I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I don't have what to do with it. He said, "Oh, because apparently on the street it is the best that you can get," and all stuff like that. I think he was like I think he's in a gang, and he's smuggling stuff. Once it got a bit seedy, I was thinking he's going to either rob my bag or my phone. He's going to like try to sell me some packets. So I said, well, enjoy the rest of your trip, brother. I give him like a handshake kind of thing. It was one of them where you go like this, boom, and then it gets twisted into a handshake. I felt a bit cool doing it, you know, part of a gang now. He said, have you ever been to Austria? And he was asking about my trips. And I said to him, oh, no. And he said, oh, well, I'm from Austria, in Vienna. And I thought, oh, sorry. I said, oh, sorry, yeah, I have been to Vienna. I just forgot it was in Austria kind of thing. And he said, oh, we should have gone to the club. I was thinking, no, thank you. Let me gun down, you nutter. He didn't stay long where I was sat. Hang on a minute. Right, my mind is blown. I was sat here on a bench. The bench was gone. I literally walked down this way, and I swear on my life, the bench was gone in about a minute. Oh, my man's got it down here. My man's got it here.
But you
Look.
don't really
That was my bench, that. Zig, do ya? And are you ready for me to say it? The last place we will be visiting on exploring the alphabet. Behind me is the Croatian National Theatre, and I think it's quite fitting that we are ending the series at somewhere that provides entertainment, because behind this full series was 3 factors. I wanted to grow our channel slightly, I wanted to experience something myself, and most importantly, I wanted to entertain you guys. And I really hope that over the last 26 episodes I've managed to do that. I've managed to put smiles on faces and basically help you forget any problems that you've got going on in your life. Before I get emotional, we're gonna go and we're gonna go to the airport and have our final ever cost breakdown. And I do have a bit of exciting news. There is also a motorbike show. What a beautiful day to be a biker. That's if you're not Joel Redhead, because when I was a biker, when I was younger and I had a moped, I fell off it more times than I think I gained miles. Anyway, see you at the airport, everyone. We're nearly there. It, guys, it is a wrap, and it's a wrap on a sad note, because I left my favourite cap in the back of my Uber driver's car, and then I chased after him and couldn't catch him. He sped away, and then I've been ringing him and he's been declining my calls. So if I wasn't sad about the series finishing, I'm sad about that. I'm travelling home with this ugly haircut now. Fantastic. Flights £55.95. Accommodation £74.10. Parking at the airport back in England £54.14. Insurance £6.73. Spends in total, including £50 diesel on the way here, was only £150.59, and a lot of them was in Uber costs, because my accommodation was about an hour away. The airport's got to get an Uber, so I had about 5 or 6 Ubers in that trip. So you could come here for pretty cheap. It is a really nice place, really nice and settled. There's so many places that are just relaxing to kind of sit. You could literally sit there all day, or I could. When you do say to the locals this is a nice city, they all kind of like turn their nose up at it and be like, it's all right. So I don't know what that's all about, because I've absolutely loved it. But yeah, the end of exploring the alphabet, what a journey it has been, and I'm so glad that it is going to be on my YouTube channel for everyone to see now throughout the years, and see what a like roller coaster ride we've all been on. I am looking forward to get home to my kids now. I do have a plan to do a recap episode in a couple of weeks' time where I will show our best bits, show the best people we've met, do a little Q&A to answer any questions that you might have, and just all in all reflect on everything we've been through in a more detailed fashion. So let me know in the comments if you do want to see that, and I will get on with filming. You know how it goes, everyone. 26 letters down, no more to go. Thank you for watching Exploring the Alphabet.